The markets are open.
People always ask, well, why should I bet on Monday? Because you have the perfect number in front of you.
And the numbers are moving.
We've seen this total go from 47 to 49, 49 and a half.
Now you're getting a field goal in a game that was sit and pick 'em for so long.
Let's dive into some Monday morning market moves on BetQL Daily, presented by BetMGM.
Sammy, why waste any time? Let's go right to it. This is one of those weeks that a lot of people circled, big college football fans, that I can't wait until week number 7. And let's go over a primetime matchup. You've got Ohio State, Oregon. The Buckeyes, BetMGM's posting a 4.5, but it looks like the majority of the market is sitting for. Total has ticked up, open 51 in the hook. Now we're 52.5. There are some 53s out there. This is going to be the one that people are hyped for. We'll be talking about all week, the Buckeyes and the Ducks.
Oh, do I want to take Oregon so bad? Plus 4.5. I really want to. They're coming in a little unsexy, having some issues maybe on the offensive line that are being, launched out into the open space right now. And it's been chronicled. And I do a show, Bear Bets, every week. And Jeff Schwartz is the co-host with Chris Felica. And he played offensive line at Oregon. And he's been complaining about the line all season long. But this is a number in the summer. Ohio State is maybe 1.5. So it's moved about 3 whole points here in terms of where it was and where it is now. I would love to take Oregon plus 4.5. I don't know that that's a good look on a Monday, but the number where you just close your eyes and think, I can get 4.5 with Oregon at home, you never get that opportunity.
Man, not only do we have some top-notch programs facing off, but we also have some programs that are going to be in spots where they are going to be desperate already sitting here in week 7 because they're coming off of bad losses. I want to talk about all those, not necessarily only the ones that end up moving the most. So yeah, Ohio State, Oregon, that's going to be the game that people end up talking about the most this week for sure. Another one of them is Ole Miss. All right, I got that one. We disagreed with Kelly on that one over the weekend. They took care of business. They are a 3-point, let's call it 3. I see one juice 2.5 out there. Ole Miss favored. We got to bring this one up with Mike Detillier too. At LSU. This is going to be sneakily another great one. Too bad it's going on at the same time as Ohio State, Oregon.
This will be a Nussmeier game. I have a feeling he's going to play really well. Total, understandably high. 64.5 at BetMGM, open 63.5, so it's already ticked up. And Ole Miss opens 2, now they're 3. What a great slate, though. I know we're going to do these games individually, but you go through the top 25, Penn State at USC, Texas, Oklahoma, Stanford at Notre Dame, maybe not as great as it was, 10 years ago. Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, LSU, Ohio State, Oregon, Kansas State, Colorado, that's going to be a big one too. Travis Hunter continuing his climb on the Heisman Trophy odds board. Just a great slate. I mean, this is it. You said it off the top. People have been waiting for week 7 all year long, and it is wire to wire. Then you get, Alabama plays at 11 o'clock. Poor South Carolina. Alabama opens 21, already 21.5. Alabama, let's preface it by saying, Saban, Alabama, wins this game on Saturday 52-10. I don't know what they do with Kalen DeBoer. I am not sure yet.
I know. And South Carolina, don't forget the other side because they're at least talented on one side of the ball. Don't forget that they just got whooped too. It didn't look good. Like that was never really a game. So how are they going to respond to that one? But you got to go to Tuscaloosa. So they're like, let's make this more than 3 touchdowns. It opened 21, and now there's a 22 out there. I only see people betting Alabama. That's all I'm seeing because people are just used to it. Oh, Alabama off a loss. They're going to come out and kill them. You're right. We don't know how DeBoer handles this and how focused they are going to be in their preparation all week. I would bet very because I guarantee you they are talking about firing this guy. I know that is stupid, but there are people that live there that are talking about this, how this would never happen on Saban's watch.
Oh, Feinbaum's show today is going to be a zoo
Fire.
with people calling. Oh yeah, they're gonna lose their minds. You can't lose to Vanderbilt. I mean, you can't when you're Alabama. People are going to be lunatics on that show today. SEC country. They are going to be absolutely out of control. You probably want to lay Alabama ASAP. If you know you're going to bet them, bet it now. Don't wait until Saturday when it's 23.5. Bet it now. It opened 21. It's now 21.5. It's 22 at Circa. Do you think they're going to come in and bet South Carolina on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? They are not. You wait for that dog. If you want to take South Carolina, you're probably going to get the best number right before kickoff, if not early Saturday morning. Let's say it gets to like 23.5, 24. 24 would be a buy point for a lot of people that I know on South Carolina that want to take good numbers. But if you like the favorite, you got to move quick because it's already running. It's already running the 22. Can I interest you in this? Can you take, or would you take, 20.5 with Purdue against Illinois?
Oh, it already moved a point, huh?
Well,
I saw
it's
19.5
19.5.
yesterday.
It's 19.5. I don't think that's going to stop either.
Where does it? It's going to go past 21. You're saying?
No, I don't think it goes past 21. My buddy in
Okay.
Vegas says I'm taking 21 if it gets there, and I said, oh, he's
I'm
right
not
though. I mean,
interested.
that would be the time. That would be the time to buy Purdue stock, maybe temporarily, maybe just 1 week. Maybe you don't want to buy anything else. Their schedule, man. Have you seen the rest of the Purdue schedule? They might not win another game. I mean, it's brutal. It's
In-season
absolutely
firing?
brutal. I don't know. They don't like the coach, though, the players. I was told that.
Yeah.
Here's the schedule going forward for Purdue. At Illinois, Oregon, Northwestern, at Ohio State, Penn State, at Michigan State, at Indiana.
I already plugged in Illinois and Survivor. Like, that was right away. Like, when else are you
Yep.
going to use the Illini? It seems like an easy play there. No, to answer your question, I will not. I will not be taking Purdue. We're at a point right now where it's so toxic. It sounds like that the number doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't.
I heard the two magic words on Thursday. White flag. When you hear white flag,
No,
that's
nope.
not good in week 6. And they gave up. They gave up in that game against Wisconsin. And I think as a program, they are at a crossroads now because they brought in this coach, Walters, who they liked at the time. He was actually Bielema's defensive coordinator. And now he's the head coach at Purdue facing Bielema. So that's an interesting angle there. It's a lot of points for Illinois to lay. But, man, how does Purdue score? Their offense is pathetic. It's pathetic.
Monday morning market moves hitting college football right now. Joe O, Sammy P with you here on BetQL Daily. Texas, Oklahoma, both coming off a bye. It opens 15 and they bet Oklahoma. The market is split right now between 14 and 14.5. The total around 51.
That feels low for a Texas-Oklahoma game, but that speaks to the present status of the Oklahoma offense, which has so many guys hurt. Wasn't it 2 weeks ago they were down 5 receivers? I mean, they're mangled on that side of the ball. And they've already made the quarterback change, getting away from Jackson Arnold. But I remember being in college, and this total was like 68. You had like just offense on offense on offense. And this is pretty telling that a Red River game is totaled as low as it is at 51. And you know what? It opened 51.5 and has ticked down. So this is going to be a game where, Texas probably defensively is going to do whatever it wants. Really good defensive line at Texas. They're telling you this is bad for Oklahoma. They're telling you with the number, with the spread and with the total, that this is going to be a very, very strong game for Texas's defense.
Sam, this one is really interesting to me. And it's strange to call it a Big Ten matchup, but that's what it is. Penn State, USC. So USC is coming off a bad loss against Minnesota. They closed an 8.5-point favorite. USC is hosting Penn State. I've walked away the last couple of weeks against Illinois and more so this weekend against UCLA, unimpressed with the Nittany Lions. They didn't outgain them by much. It was like 50, 60 yards. Didn't come close to covering the point spread. Penn State going on the road, and Penn State is the road favorite. We're looking at mostly 5.5. I see 4.5 out there. I'm looking at that home dog. How about you?
Penn State is such a polarizing team. The eye test tells you they're not 5.5 points better than USC, at USC for that matter.
Correct.
The power ratings love them, though. These odds makers in Vegas, they are very high on Penn State, and that's been a team that has basically been in the top 8 all season long from everybody I talk to. I don't think it's that solid of a team. Well, obviously they're solid. I don't think they're top 10 good. So I disagree with that. This is the first road game for them since week 1. They played at West Virginia on August 31st. Then they went home. They haven't been on the road since August.
Wow. Yeah, that's I agree with you. That's a good way to put it. The eye test versus the power ratings versus the numbers. You're right. The numbers are very high on Penn State, and USC at home coming off a bad loss. Penn State's winning these games, but they haven't been the most impressive. They have not been covering the point spread. James Franklin usually covers the point spread in front of his crowd. They have not been covering the number over the last couple of weeks at home. World's largest outdoor cocktail party, Florida, Tennessee. So Tennessee coming off a bad loss to Arkansas over the weekend. Market is yet to settle on this one. I see 15s, 15.5, as high as 16. Tennessee, your favorite.
I'd hate to be Florida.
Don't be
I'd
bad.
hate to be 2 teams this week. I'd hate to be Florida, and I'd hate to be South Carolina. I mean, those are just spots that are so much worse now because of what happened over the weekend. And obviously, that is baked in. There is a baked-in respect for bounce backs, for Alabama, for Tennessee. That Tennessee offense was really janky on Saturday. I didn't see it coming. I didn't have a single dollar on the game. I was very perplexed by how Tennessee only scored 2 touchdowns against Arkansas. Arkansas is 4-2 now. They were talking about Sam Pittman being one of the first coaches fired. He's got them 4-2 right now and 2-1 in the SEC with a huge win against Tennessee. But last week's over. And Florida, I've been betting against Florida a lot this year. I don't think Florida is any good. And talk about bad coaches. It ain't it. Billy Napier ain't it down there, buddy. I know they're 3-2, but 2 of the wins, Samford and Mississippi State. Those teams are not good. So this is, last time we saw Florida play a team this good, they lost 41-17 to Miami. That's probably more what we're looking at Tennessee.